Hello, and thank you for your time and interest in the Fundamental Daily Plan. Now, I'm going to go through this quickly and comprehensively. That's the purpose of being in the group, is because these are the fundamentals that I will be talking about on a daily basis and how I used this plan. Now, I believe fundamentally, to get anything done, you have to set a goal, make a plan, take action, check your results, and then make adjustments. Therefore, the daily plan. Now, with taking action, you need accountability, therefore the group. So, to get started, you have to put your age in here. And what's going to happen is right down here, it's going to give you your target heart rate. Now keep in mind that this is simply a guideline. These are the fundamentals. That means the very bottom line. The very simplest, easiest, fundamental things that you need to do. Now it can get deeper and more detailed than that. Like your target heart rate, if you've ever done any research on that, you're supposed to check your heart rate right when you wake up, to check your resting heart rate. And there's a whole big complicated formula, but the simplest formula is based off of your age. And that's why when you go to the gym and you use the fitness equipment, it asks you for your weight and age, because it's trying to tabulate a fundamental formula for your metabolism and your target heart rate. So at 40 years old, your target heart rate is 153. Target heart rate means that you get the most out of your workout if you keep your heart rate in this range. When I work out at this time, I use a heart rate monitor, and I don't go by speed or distance, whether I'm running or on my bike. I go by my heart rate. Because if you go higher, if you go too much higher than your target heart rate, then your metabolism starts shutting down, and it's not doing you any good. And if you don't get your heart rate up high enough, then you're not getting the results you should get. What you'll find is, if you're just starting to work out, your heart rate will go up really fast, and you'll stay in that target heart range. Where a lot of times where people hit a plateau is because their heart's gotten stronger, and it takes longer to work out to get you to your target heart rate. So if you maintain the same type of exercise that you do for months and months, you're getting in better shape, but you're not challenging your heart and your fitness. So that's why people hit a plateau, because you got to start working out a little bit harder. So anyway, there'll be more on that. Fundamentally, I believe in calories in, calories out, but which will explain why I have the protein here, because that would be the next step. Now, when you start, I started last Sunday again. You're going to have a day 0. That's the date you put in. So whatever day you plan on starting, that's day 0. You get up, you weigh yourself, and you put your weight in. I started off at around 250. So that means Sunday you will, what I tried to do is to do a cleanse. This is just for your own records. Put your goal weight in. And then at night, what I've done is, now this stuff you'll write down. After you print it out, you'll write all this down. So this box doesn't fit perfectly. I started doing this a long time ago because I was curious to see what the effects of my sleep had on my weight loss, and it directly affected it. So I weigh myself right before I go to bed, and then I compare that in the morning. So if you start on Sunday, do your do your cleanse on Sunday. Sunday night, write down your goal, your evening weight, and then on Monday morning, see what the results are. Now, for this over here, I tried to make it simple. I've got the plus, minus, equal, and the X on the workout is for no. So if on Monday, which I guess you could have put that for Sunday as well, but for Monday, you put whether you worked out or not, or this is for the day before. So you'll have your results, and you'll put down here whether you worked out Sunday. An X is a no. A minus means you worked out not as much as you planned. Equal means you worked out as much as you wanted. A plus means you worked out more than you wanted to. You can put time in there. If you worked out for 30 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever you want to do, however you want to use it. Calorie intake, plus, equal, or minus. Or you can write down how many calories you actually took in. Did you take in fewer calories, the calories you planned on, or more? Sleep, same thing. At least 6. Did you get less than 6? Did you get 6? Or did you get more than 6? Or write down how many hours of sleep you got. This is all about tracking, because what you're wanting to do is learn how to maintain your weight. You need to learn what affects your health and fitness, so you know what adjustments to make. Nobody can tell you that. No app can tell you that. No doctor, no machine. You're going to have to figure it out yourself with these fundamentals. Once you do it, you do this for 90 days. You'll have a great idea after 30, but it will be completely instilled if you do 90 days worth of this. You won't have to do it anymore. You'll just have to track it, because you'll just know by how much you exercise, how much you eat, what your results will be every day. You'll be able to tell, and you won't have to do it going forward. You'll know, and that's the whole plan, because once you know, then nobody can take that away from you, and you'll be able to maintain as long as you keep an eye on it. So that's the green boxes. That's all you have to fill in. If you want to measure, you can measure chest, neck, waist, hips, biceps left and right, day 1, day 30 if you want. The menu, now here the 2,000 calories, I just put that in because everything on all the labels is based off of 2,000 calories a day. That you can change that. That's just a number for you to put in so you know. Women, you should never go less than 1,200 calories. Men, you should not go less than 1,500 calories. That's the recommendation. If you want to take in 3,000 calories a day, that's fine. Check your results, and then you just have to adjust your exercising. It's just that simple. Now, the protein is calculated by your weight. There's several formulas out there, and this depends on, you can Google it, what's the minimum amount of protein to take in, and it'll take in your exercise routine. The more you exercise, the more protein you should get. This is, I think the formula I have is based off your weight and moderate exercise. So because when I hit a plateau, it was suggested to me to check my protein intake, and I wasn't getting enough protein. And once I started eating more protein, I started getting back on track. So those are the two fundamentals. Those two I think you have to watch. And if you watch your calories and get your protein, you don't have to focus on your carbs. See, I don't like focusing on things I don't want. If you don't want carbs, then, people track how many carbs. Well, I'm wanting to track what I want to get. And if you stay within your calories, get your protein, you're not going to have enough room in that count to get carbs. And again, this is just a basic, breakfast, snack, lunch. You can put your time. This is just a guideline, because if you've been following me, my theory is You have to plan. You have to do with intention. You know, there's these apps out there that you put down how much you eat and what you eat throughout the day. Well, by the end of the day, it's too late. If I know that I want to get 2,000 calories for the day, and I know that I've got to get 125 grams of protein, then I can just put that here. For breakfast, I'll get 500 calories and 30 grams of protein. I don't have to put what I'm going to eat. Just so I know when I do go to eat my breakfast that I stay within that. So it's not, you know, don't make it strict, and don't get rid of things that you like. Keep the things that you like. You have to. This is a journey. This is a lifestyle change. This isn't about doing it overnight. This is something that you can do and maintain. You got to figure out what works for your body. And this is a plan, and this is a guideline. That's all it is. So you can adjust it. I tried to cover as much as I could. I know I can't get everything for everybody, but these are the fundamentals. Now I'm going to tell you, in the morning, breathing, and I'll share this throughout the time, breathing techniques are so important. When I say affirm, read your affirmation. You get this in your head, you'll be amazed what effect it has on you. It'll start ringing through your head. After you read it for 30 days, you'll know it automatically. And whenever you sit down, whenever you go to do anything, you'll know you're in control, that you'll make good choices, that you're eating proper portions, you'll eat what your body needs, and you'll exercise, and you'll know that you're in control. Stretching, I think stretching is very important, very, very, very important, especially if you're going to exercise. Keep the body limber. I mean, you don't have to get on the floor. You don't have to, which you should. Getting up and down off the floor, that's good. That's good exercise in itself. Bending side to side, rotating. There's all kinds of easy stretches you can do. Of course, exercising, I believe that, yes, you can lose weight without exercising, but I think exercising is just the fundamental function of life. And I think the sedentary lifestyles that most of us lead with the jobs that we have, sitting at a desk and stuff, we don't move our bodies the way they are intended to. So yes, I believe exercising is important. I will share with you different exercises that I do throughout the week. You should do different things, move your body in different ways. And of course, you know, the rest of this is just something for you to look over and to remind yourself. Stay within your calories, get your proper nutrition, fruits and vegetables. You know, a lot of people say, I don't eat bad, but they don't eat good. You know, just because you're not eating fast food, you still have to get your greens. Yeah, I believe in getting stuff in raw form. You know, I try to eat asparagus and broccoli once a week. Not broccoli, well, broccoli too, but Brussels sprouts, both very, very good for you. I drink shakes. I think that you should get stuff in raw form. You know, just don't do just juicing and shakes. For fruit, I eat watermelon. I like watermelon and pineapples. Daily protein, you'd be surprised how much protein you're getting. It's probably not enough. Water. We all know water. Water is very important. If you drink 8 ounces before a meal and 8 ounces after, you're good to go. Each meal. Sleep, a whole nother topic. It's so important. And then, of course, track your results. If you don't keep up with the results, you know, I mean, this is for anything in life. So again, this is just a plan. If you plan it, you can make it happen. So each day, you just write down your weight in the morning, and this is set for 10 pounds per week, which is very reasonable. Or 10 pounds per month, 2.5 pounds a week. So this gives you your goal each day. You write down and see if you're on track. You know, it'll bounce around, but by the end of the week is the main goal, that you want to be on track. I like weighing myself every day because I like being in control. I like to know what's going on. The scale doesn't lie. And again, the evening weight, that's just to give you an idea. You'll be surprised what effect it has on your body. Now, the scale, let me give you my philosophy on the scale real quick. A lot of people say, oh, I don't live by the scale. Scale doesn't matter. It's the size, blah, blah, blah. Yes, there's a point where the scale really doesn't matter anymore. But if you need to lose weight, and I'm assuming that's why everybody's here, the scale matters. Because if you're losing inches, more than likely you're going to lose pounds. Everybody does it. When you go to the doctor, they weigh you. The Biggest Loser, all these programs, it's just a tool. You don't have to live and die by the scale, but it's a tool, which sometimes it will fluctuate. Try to be consistent with weighing as soon as you get up in the morning and weighing right before you go to bed. And just use the numbers as a tool, as a guide, just to check. That's all. Now, once you get to a certain weight, then we start talking, like say when I get down to my goal weight, then I'll start worrying about putting on muscle mass. You know, a lot of people say, oh, well, you're not losing weight because you're building muscle. That's, if you've watched my videos, you know, I'm not going to go into it, but don't be fooled by that. It takes a lot of work to build muscle. Now, what I did do over here is, because some people like to track their menu more than I do. Like I said, I don't even put a menu. I just try to focus on the calories and the protein. But here's a whole nother sheet for a whole week. So if you want to do week by week, you can just print out this side. If you don't even want this side, just print out page 1. If you need to print out page 2, just print out page 2. I just use this one page, and then I just for tracking my stuff. Workouts, I got Monday through Sunday. Doesn't mean you have to work out 7 days a week. I know I like to work out on Sunday because it's a day off. Usually I end up skipping a day during the week. But you have to plan it. You have to make it happen. You got to know, what am I going to do this day? Am I going to lift weights? Am I going to work on arms, legs, chest? A lot of times we start to do something and we don't have a plan. And you want to make sure, once you write it down, you'll look at it and you'll say, oh wow, this is all cardio. This is all walking, or this is all working on one thing. You need to work on different things. I extremely believe in cardio and strength training. Depending on what you're wanting to accomplish is, how much you're going to do of each. And of course, you can always ask in the group for that. So, and then I have that over here as well. So it's just a plan. It's a guideline. It's a way to check your results. If you're in the group, you have got to get involved. It's a safe place. It's a private group. But whatever your weight is, who cares? But I'm going to tell you, it makes a difference in accountability. I've done it where my results aren't as good, and I'm like, I don't want to post it because I don't want people to see it. You know what? Who cares? It happens. You just got to hold yourself accountable, post your results, and try harder the next day. That's the whole idea. If you're not getting the results you want, then there's different things you have to check. Is it the protein? Some people like to do keto. They want to check their carbs. Some people do micros or macros. So they like to calculate their fat, their carbs, their protein, and their calories. That's too much work for me, but I did put it over here. So, and maybe you do have a medical condition that needs to be addressed. But you have to make sure you're doing the fundamentals first. This first one is extremely important. It's no different than the placebo. If you believe something will work, it'll start working for you. You have to affirm, and you have to expect results. That's where everything starts, in the mind. If you've got this picture and this concept in your head of being out of shape and it's too much work, and you've got to change that. And we'll work on that. Those are things that I always discuss on my videos and that will be posted in the group. I've gone through it all. I've done it. I've had the pain from running. I've changed so much, and I'm just a normal. And here again, I'm struggling. I put the weight back on. I had some things I've gone through, and I didn't follow my own advice. So here we are, back again, and that's okay. So together we'll get it done. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope to hear from you guys in the group.